Hi everyone. We're here at the end of the day already, basically. In December. I feel like it's 4 in the afternoon and it's already going to be dark. So I'm catching the last light to do this video from Seattle. Uh, I feel like the topic today is negotiation and using your intuition in the midst of figuring out something in any kind of relationship where maybe you feel like you want a certain outcome or you're feeling insecure or threatened by the other person. In my case, I had an experience a couple nights ago talking to someone who I had once dated and with whom I was very serious and excited and thought great things were coming. And he made a really odd comment about, gee, it's just a shame you never became a mother, which, you know, to his credit, it just sort of popped out of his mouth, and that's what he was thinking. And this is not a person who's going to spend a bunch of time planning what he says, which is kind of one of his wonderful qualities. But in the context of what we've been through, it was sort of like, did you just say that? What? Crazy. It was a little uncomfortable. And I played it cool and I said, well, that was sort of something we had talked about, but didn't work out. But it was something I dreamed about. Absolutely. Like, totally, a little awkward, not super awkward. And this is not a person, again, who's going to spend a lot of time worrying about whether a social situation is awkward. It's usually feeling pretty good. So off I go. And I talked to my sister, another girlfriend. I said, was that kind of weird thing to say? They're like, yeah, that was kind of weird thing to say in the context. I thought, okay, good. I'm letting it go. Whatever. It's just how he is. And then didn't talk the next day at all, which isn't that weird, but it was a little weird to not get any sort of communication or call just because of some busyness that had been going on lately. And 20-year-old me, 20-something me, would have been sort of in a tither over dither, whatever you say about this, which is to say, oh no, it was weird, and now he's not calling because we had this weird interaction. I bet I came off as really weird, even though I know we haven't dated for a long time, and I could have just let it go, and I didn't have to make it weird because he was just saying that, kind of what happened, and is he all worked up, right? That would have been 20-something, like, I'm sure he's been like thinking about it all day. That's why he isn't calling me. But thank goodness for my intuition. I paused myself. I couldn't do it that night. I tried to do it that night. It's like, was that weird or was this me? And I tuned in. It's like, just busy. That's why I didn't call. Just busy. So who, of course, calls me this morning to tell me all about his busy day the day before, but this guy. And he had a fun day, and he had some kind of stuff come up and that was sort of stressful and time consuming. So I heard about that. And I was so grateful to myself that instead of worrying for like more than 10 seconds or 30 seconds about whether it was weird they didn't call me all day, I just tuned into my intuition and I saw in my inner eye the word busy. And kind of like I saw don't matter, which is sort of not grammatically correct. But I think about this as something that I actually try to do when I'm getting stressed, when I'm worrying. It's like, okay, is this person really worked up? Well, the sun's getting really bright. Is this person really worked up, or is this in essence no big deal and I can just let it go? And when I saw the word busy, I thought, oh, it's no big deal and I can let it go. So I'm teaching a course soon to real estate agents about their intuition, and I just thought, oh, this is an interesting aspect maybe of negotiation, working it through. There's a lot of waiting, there's a lot of back and forth, there's a lot of how high do we go with this number, or what do we ask for? And I think I don't know if I'll bring up this story, but something like it, encourage them rather than worrying, trust this part of themselves and see if they can come up with strategies that feel in alignment, even though sometimes it's hard to hold your position. You're like, okay, this doesn't feel like it's a big deal, but I could check in, or I could say something, or I could backtrack on what I offered. And if you have your intuition on and firing, you can be like, no, I'm okay. I'm going to hold my position. I'm going to stay strong. So anyways, for example, I did not call all day yesterday when I didn't get the call because I was like, this isn't awkward. This is just a person who's busy who's not calling me. And of course, the next day it was sunshine, roses, and unicorns, of happy of everything that happened that day. Okay. Good luck with using your intuition. It's there for you, and it's very fun and calming. Okay, bye.